Hey guys, it's Maxie here and welcome to another TEW video. You join us for our 4th annual Mae Young Classic, an event that will be a little bit shorter than our previous tournaments, just on the basis that we've made this individually branded to the Women's Revolution show. So there's only going to be 16 segments, but hopefully regardless a good tournament, 16 of our top female talents on that particular brand. So as always, before we start the video, just want to thank you all for taking the time out of your day to watch the video. Appreciate it. Let us know what you thought of the tournament, if you think the right winner happens at the end of the day. And if you've done any Mae Young Classics yourself, who have you used, who have you brought in? And if there's anyone you think that should be coming into the women's division, let me know. Bear in mind though, we are 5 years into this mod, so some of them may not be quite at their peak as they are in real life. But as always, thanks for watching. As I say, comments, likes, subs, all deeply appreciated. I hope you enjoy it. And as I say, we'll have this and then crack on with the big one, the World Grand Prix, next week. But we are in front of 61,500 at the Soldier Field, so pretty damn good attendance. You know, the women are truly getting treated to a top crowd, probably a sellout crowd here, and hopefully we can have a show for the ages. So we start with Shane McMahon, of course, the user character. He's just typing up, you know, potential candidates that could win this tournament. So they're all having their own verbals, saying, you know, I'm going to win it, I'm going to show that I'm going to be the winner of this one. Someone like Charlotte, who's won it before, said she's going to become a 2-time winner. And a previous 2-time winner, Sasha Banks, wasn't even in the top 7, although she is in the tournament. So we've got Shane out here with Charlotte, Becky Lynch, the women's champion Ronda Rousey, we've got Paige, we've got the television champion Toni Storm, we've got Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott from We Only Live Once. So a good start to the show. An A94. A lot of them doing very well off script. I believe the person that doesn't want to do promos with a script is Liv Morgan, so that basically causes everyone else to go off script. But they've done well, show off to a strong start, and it got the crowd hotter. Now, before we get into the matches, the first round is 4 Fatal 4-Ways. I feel like stamina could play a big issue in this type of tournament, so 4 Fatal 4-Ways, 2 semi-finals, and then a final, with a few matches in between from wrestlers who didn't make the cut-off. So the first round match, a decent matchup that saw Ruby Riott with a shock victory, defeating Toni Storm, the talented Rhea Ripley, and Mia Yim in 11:56 when Ruby Riott defeated Toni Storm with the Hi-De-Ho. Good B79 here. Not bad considering they say it'll be restricted by being a 12-minute match, but of course there's no real storylines behind a lot of these matches, so got to kind of manage the time right. But you can see here there are 4 ladies that are probably going to be the future of the women's division. They're all there with decent 77, 88 kind of ratings. Talented Rhea Ripley the lowest, but she's the youngest of the group, so good to see. And Rhea Ripley improves in performance skills. Yeah, no real negatives again, apart from it being capped. But a shock win for Ruby Riott. Could she possibly be looking to break out of We Only Live Once? Who knows, but she's into the semi-finals. After the match though, Toni Storm's in the ring. Obviously disappointed because of what's happened. Rhea Ripley decides to attack her and beat her down, thus turning heel. B+83 got the crowd hotter. She hints at a heel turn here to get a little reaction. They say it's not a strong suit. The reason I've went with turning her heel is I've seen through basically social media, she does seem to portray a very heel character at the moment in time. So I felt like let's go to how she's going in real life, give her a run as a heel. And there can be a nice wee feud here for the television championship going forward between Toni Storm and Rhea Ripley. So we'll handle the change. 8 segments there. You can see there she has only a 50 heel performance rating. But the turn went well, and we'll see how she does. Next, first round match was a decent matchup that saw Paige defeat Isla Dawn, Alexa Bliss, and Liv Morgan in 13:42. When Paige defeated Liv with the Rampage. In terms of in-ring work, Paige head and shoulders above everyone else. Isla Dawn the weak link, but she's getting there. Slowly but surely, she's one of the younger competitors here. Well, truthfully, they're all young in this one. You know, they're all probably going to be the future of the women's division as well. So a B80 is pretty decent. You can see Paige just with a better performance. Alexa and Liv not too bad. Isla, as I say, it'll take her time, but she'll certainly get there. So that sets up a semi-final of Paige versus Ruby Riott. Wouldn't that be a match you'd just love to see in real life? A shame it's not going to happen, but that'd be quite a good match. Next up, a little break from the tournament. We've got a promo, and it's the team of Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, who are just really hyping, they're claiming to be the best duo in the women's division as they take on the iconic duo. It should be noted the tag team champions at this moment in time are Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan. They won the championships pretty recently. And the match itself was not great. It was the 4th time, so I did take a bit of a risk with it. But wanted them on the card. They deserved the spotlight. So subpar wrestling with little heat. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville do pick up the win over the iconic duo in 9:43 when Mandy Rose defeats Billie Kay by pinfall. So a D-37 here. You can see where they are in terms of performances. They're just short of the 70 mark, which is good. I've never really had anything for the iconic duo, which is a shame. They've mostly been portrayed as baby faces, massive. So once we get a bit more depth to the women's roster, maybe see a heel run. But for now, they're good at what they do, so I'm keeping them as they are. As I say, this was the 4th time. It wasn't as good because it was put as a storytelling match. So I'll admit to that. That's obviously going to take a lot of rating away, as is the repetitive booking. So remember, sometimes it will pull off for you. Sometimes the 4th match can be the best, but you do take a risk, and a lot of the time it does fail. So another lesson for everyone to follow. Next up, we've got a promo for Laurel Vine. She's obviously been on a great run of momentum, the girlfriend of Lucky Cannon in her save, and she's hyping up the match. It's going to include Becky Lynch, and if I just quickly look at my notes, it will also include Barbie Hayden and Ronda Rousey. So who's going to progress from that one into the semi-final? Could we see a shock? We don't see a shock, but we see a very good matchup. Decent match that saw Ronda Rousey defeat Becky Lynch, Barbie Hayden and Laurel Van Ness in 14:01 when Ronda Rousey defeated Barbie Hayden with an armbar. Of course, Barbie the weak link in the matchup, but as I say, we're continually building up her character as people portraying her as a Barbie, but she's trying to obviously prove them wrong, showing, wrestling's her passion, and she's really striving to be as good a wrestler as she can be. Of course, then you've got Becky Lynch, Ronda Rousey, who need no introduction, and Laurel Van Ness, not really playing that particular character she did in TNA, but just the over-demanding girlfriend of Lucky Cannon. As I say, I was going to go similar to real life with Zack Ryder, but he's tied down with Ring of Honor, so Lucky Cannon had a ladies' man gimmick, it all just tied together. I thought, let's give him a run in 2021, but Ronda picks up the win. Great performances, I would say, by all, considering where they are. And yeah, it's one of those things where I keep saying for the future, but our women's roster is very stacked with a lot of great athletes. Can certainly be world champion one day. In the final first round matchup, saw 3 of the 4 horsewomen in it. And about they had decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. We saw Charlotte defeat Sasha, Nikki Cross and Bayley in 11:56 when Charlotte defeated Bayley by pinfall. So B plus 83, 2 good performances in Charlotte and Sasha, not so much for Bayley and Nikki. Admittedly, both have jobbed out a lot, but Nikki, the run as champion, Bayley, I've never really done anything for her, but we're going to use this to start a kind of continual losing streak, vintage WWE there, and then she just snaps and turns heel. So that's, I know it seems to be the answer to everything, just turn them heel, but if there is some heels that get over, we will look to turn them babyface as well. So that's something for the future, but Charlotte progresses, she'll take on Ronda in the semi-finals, and it's a B plus 83. So the first semi-final was a good wrestling match, decent reaction from the crowd, and Paige secures her place in the final with a win in 13:58, defeating Ruby Riott with the Rampage. B76, so B-76, 2, I'd say good performances, an 85 and an 82. You're obviously losing a good bit of rating there by the short match length, but a good match that sees Paige into the final of the Mae Young Classic number 4. Before the match between Charlotte and Ronda, we got a promo from Charlotte just saying, she's aware of how dangerous Ronda Rousey is. She's the champion for a reason, but she's going to show that she wants to become the second person to win the Mae Young Classic twice. Match itself, Had great wrestling and good heat, and Ronda defeats Charlotte in 14:08 with the armbar. The B78 is pretty much because of the lack of psychology, plus you add in the fact of no storyline, short match lengths. You are looking at a matchup that would draw really well with the two good ratings there, an 87 and a 94. You can see there that's going to take a big hampering on the rating, so it's not the end of the world certainly, but you know, if these two are in a storyline together, you're probably looking at an A matchup quite easily. So Shane McMahon's backstage, he's just cutting a promo just to break it up because you don't want Ronda getting into another match straight away. And he basically says, if Ronda wins, she becomes the fourth, she wins the Mae Young Classic, fourth winner of it. If Paige wins, not only is she the winner of the Mae Young Classic, but she will also have a chance to face Ronda Rousey at Survivor Series. So my user character, making use of his overness, shall we say. Ronda does a spectacular over-the-top entrance, hyping up, it's a big match feel, giving it that kind of environment, bit of pyro in that. I think we've got enough money in this save to fork out for a bit of pyro. So an A92 there. But how will the main event draw? This is the big one. It could lose its pop if it flops. It could have been a lot better, admittedly. About the had great wrestling and good heat. Paige defeats Ronda Rousey in 22:15 with the Rampage. Paige wins the Mae Young Classic. She is the fourth winner of it. And it means that Survivor Series we will see Paige and Ronda Rousey go at it one more time for the Women's Championship. So a B plus 83 for this one. The lack of psychology certainly would have meant this would have been an A, but it's just not quite had the ratings we're looking for. It's probably a worry in the women's division that a lot of them don't have the high psychology stat. We did notice that a lot with the males at the start. Ambrose, Rollins were culprits to start with. The reason we get away with Becky is the protege of Fergal Devitt, so he's always passing tips in psychology. So Becky's psychology stat was probably like a high 80, low 90. So hey, Paige is young enough, she can still learn psychology. Do we just need to put her in with the right workers? And Ronda, she won't have that stat, so she'll need someone else to carry the match. But overall, hey, they deserve it. Great opportunity for them. And, they've just headlined a pay-per-view. And of course, to finish the show with Paige celebrating. Now, the good thing is, one, it's on the network, so we're not going to have any providers unhappy at us. But I did give it like a special set to give it a big feeling, because I felt like there was a risk it wouldn't be great. The main event to the levels we're normally at, so to push the rating up, we've done that. So you can see there we only really had 2 segments that were 90 rated or more, but because of that special set, it's boosted it up to give us an A90 rating, which means there's no specific comments to be made about the show. Does its job, a great opportunity for the ladies to perform in a massive crowd environment, and it shows that we can certainly now carry a full women's pay-per-view. So I think we'll give praise. I think we need to give Paige praise. Ronda is going to be pissed off because she was not quite happy putting Paige over. So we'll praise them. Both are pleased. I'll probably need to give Ronda a bit of money, I think, just to keep her happy. But overall, it's good to be at a stage now where we can put on a full women's pay-per-view and be getting A90 ratings. It's certainly good, and I hope Evolution can be somewhere as good as that was. So let's have a look here. I was looking for people to bring in just to add depth to the roster, just if we need to put people over. Michael Finn's contract is development contract is ending, 47.23 and 5k weeks. So look at Michael Finn, Danish wrestler. Seems to be it could be a good addition for the cruiserweight division, but he's a middleweight. It's just when I saw flashiness, aerial. I'll offer him another year. I don't think he'll take a development deal. We'll try it. Once the main roster, we'll bring him up. We'll put him in NXT. See if we can do anything with him. So if you're on NXT, you're on the SmackDown brand, but you're under the Young Lion division, so you just fight in NXT. So that's cool. Other things I should add in before we end it. Our deal with MTV is over. What I've done is I wanted to test the waters elsewhere. So whilst MTV for SmackDown is very big, ABC is huge. So B plus 88, MTV were looking for an 82. We're on a lesser time slot, being late evening, but I just felt with the risk of a B plus 88, we'll go with that. Try and get us a bit more in terms of ratings. Just make the company get bigger and bigger, and try and break our highest viewership for SmackDown. So I took the 6-month deal just in case we don't cut the mustard with B plus 88s. It certainly puts pressure on me to get to that level, but it kind of means that 6 months we can go, right, cool, just get back to MTV where there's a little bit less more risk. But the thing is, with Raw's deal up in 9 weeks effectively, it gives us an idea where we can maybe switch to ABC for that as well. So yeah, so that is it. We are done. We are finished the Mae Young Classic. For the first time, I can give you the bracket for next week's World Grand Prix if you want to give your predictions for that. So this is the first round of the last 16. So if you want to let me know who you think wins these particular matches and who eventually wins it. So first round matches, we've got Marcel Barthel against Chad Gable. We've got Daniel Bryan against The Miz. We've got Ricochet against Drew McIntyre. We've got Adam Cole against Fergal Devitt. We've got Sami Zayn against Randy Orton. Kota Ibushi against Kevin Owens. Kazuchika Okada against the Velveteen Dream. And Andreas Almas takes on Tommaso Ciampa. So yeah, let us know what you think. A few big names missing. Mr. Joe won't be too happy, so it'll be interesting to see what he does. But yeah, let us know what you think, and hopefully a stellar show. And then of course that takes us in to Survivor Series and then firmly on the road to WrestleMania. So just watching, much appreciated. Again, let us know how your own sales are going, what you're thinking of the wrestling industry at this moment in time in real life in general. If you're done a Mae Young Classic, who would you put in it? If I'm right in saying the Mae Young Classic should have been broadcast IRL, I'm recording this a little bit in advance. So let us know who you think or how that went, if you were happy with it. And do you feel maybe in the future, if we're doing a Mae Young Classic, we should cater to talents coming through, or should we stick to the Mae Young Classic being the best of the best? So let us know what you think. A lot of questions there. Of course, if you do put a comment in, I'll do my best to get back to it. And of course, you can tweet me as well at 21Maxwell. But just watching, I've blathered on for far too long. Catch you next week for the WWE World Grand Prix. Take care.